Yeah, we can start now.
Yeah, good evening, guys. In the last workshop, we learned how to use the Proteus for simulation of Arduino, and we did some small project. Have you remembered? The project is about how to how to simulate the LEDs, which blinks after a few minutes, few seconds. So basically, in the previous workshop, we learned how to simulate the Arduino in the Proteus software, and we also learned small basics of Arduino code. That's the outcome of the previous workshop. And today in this workshop, you will learn how to integrate, how to use the Blink platform to control things via internet. And also you will know about ThinkSpeak. ThinkSpeak is used for analysis of the for analyzing the data. The analysis will be on the either in graphs or pie diagram, something like that. Now in this workshop, I will take the Blink part, and Ishita will be going to discuss about the ThinkSpeak part. Okay. Is my screen visible now?
Yeah, it's good.
Guys, actually, we planned this workshop to be practical as the previous workshop, but this workshop is little bit bigger than the workshop because Blink application should be done, and as well as this ThinkSpeak should be implemented. It will take much time. Even it was a night, so we don't want to take much time. We will explain in the documentation using this documentation. First, you need to uh, actually we can achieve this. We can connect the control the things via internet using two ways. One is via using Arduino in Proteus, which we seen in the earlier. I will explain it. And another way is Tinkercad. Tinkercad is another software which we use for uh, the same purpose, similar to Proteus only, but it comes with a very easy integration, easy UI. 1 second, I will show you.
You can use both Proteus or Tinkercad. You are free to choose any of them. But sometimes there comes complication. In some softwares, you cannot run Proteus properly. Libraries are not integrated properly. Then you'll be using Tinkercad for the safer purposes. Sometimes some solutions are not available at Tinkercad. Then you will be using Proteus. So both of the options have alternatives we are discussing here, so that you can experience both of them.
Actually, the problem arises with Proteus is Proteus does not comes with NodeMC integration. There, Arduino is, if you want to do anything with the Arduino, then Proteus is best because a lot of components are there, like buzzer, LEDs, many other things are also there, transmitters, and all these things are there. But NodeMC is not there because NodeMC is not for the simulation in this Proteus. That is designed for PCB design and also for 3D designs. So Proteus is not good thing to use for NodeMC. It is not available in the Proteus. So in Tinkercad it is available, but this is taking a long time. Okay, I will go to documentation. Okay, first I will explain uh, how. First I will show how what we have to do. Like a small project I built, which is controlling the inbuilt LED on the Node MCU via mobile Blink app. So for creating a Blink app, first you need to create an account. in the Blink. 1 second. Is my screen visible now?
Yes, it is.
Okay. This is Blink app. What happens is, when you create an account via your Gmail, you need to first create an account via Gmail. This app is available from Play Store as well as App Store. And after installing the Blink app, you need to create an account. After logging in, you will get all the projects here. You need to click on new project and you can give some random name. Something. And NodeMCU comes with the ESP8266 microcontroller. So you need to select this stuff. You will have a lot of boards here. Arduino Uno is there, Nano is there, Mini, Micro, Arduino Mega, all these are there. Now we are using NodeMCU, which is ESP8266. And we are going to connect it via Wi-Fi. Then create. After that, the token will be sent to the Gmail. Then this is the home screen. You can add widgets here by clicking on the plus symbol. You can see button is there, styled button. I will show everything. You can see styled button. You can see slider. We'll have slider as well. To slide, etc. will be there. Also, there will be more components as well here. These are widgets, timer, joysticks, value, LEDs, gauge, LCD, superchart. For data analysis also it is there. Terminal is also there. The normal common command prompt, the terminal means video streaming, everything is there. You can send notifications from this app also. This feature can be used while when you design a IoT system. When you suppose consider a medical pharmacy industry is there. The medicine should be stored in a there should be stored at particular temperature. They should be maintained at particular temperature. If the temperature is not in the fixed range, like acceptable range, then we can send a notification to the owner, like to the company manager at the plant. He will get notified by email. Then he will turn off the system. These are the cool things. You can do a lot of things when you get touch in with this Blink app. These are, and now I already created a app. 1 second. Yeah, now I will show how to control LED. Now I should on the LED, right? Yeah.
Where is this for simulation, or with this app we can control a real node MCU?
What? Sorry.
Where this app is for simulation purposes, or with this app we can control a real node MCU?
Yeah, actually, the example I am showing on the screen, that is connected with the real node MCU.
Okay, Bhaiya.
With this, you can control real things as well. Second, on clicking on and off, the button state will change. Now I will show the Is it visible?
Yes, Priya.
Yeah, 1 minute. Now it will change the color on clicking the button.
It's not visible, Nitish, right?
What is that?
It's not visible right now.
I think when I'm switching the apps, the camera is getting turned off. Now on. Is it visible now?
No, actually, it's happening on changing the app, switching the app.
Yeah. Okay. That is the basic thing. Actually, I think you all got. With that app, the on and off button is used to control this LED via internet. Make sure that this mobile app and that Node MCU both should be in a single Wi-Fi, common Wi-Fi. If they are in different Wi-Fi, they can't work. This is the thing. Now, how I achieved this thing, I will show you. Basically, you need to install the. Actually, the Arduino IDE does not comes with ESP8266. Wait, I will show you. Yeah. Is the Arduino IDE visible?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. Actually, for installing ESP8266 in Arduino IDE, you need to go to Preferences and you need to add this URL here. This will import the ESP8266 and click on OK then. And later go to Tools and go to Board Manager and click here. 1 second. Here you have to type ESP8266. You will get this one, which I already installed it. You need to install it here. That's all. Then you need to select the board from ESP8266 boards, either Node MCU 1.0 or 0.9, anything you can choose. And later you need to upload this code. Understood now? These are the libraries which helps in connecting via Wi-Fi, ESP8266 Wi-Fi.h and this stuff. And this is for Wi-Fi connection. See, you are giving SSID and password as well to connect. And how we are integrating Blink app and this Node MC is with this authentication token. Where you will get is I already shown you, right? In the app. In the app, there will be an option to send email. In that email, you will get the authentication token. You need to replace that authentication token here. That's all. Everything. Rest of the things, you can try this code as well. This will help in controlling the LED. This is about this, how to connect Blink with the Node MCU. Yeah. And now coming to this, we are done with this real thing, Node MCU thing. Actually, as I said, Proteus is not having a Node MCU. Node MCU is basically used for Wi-Fi connection. Node MCU is a thing which has less GPIO pins with Wi-Fi connection. And Arduino is a Arduino will have more GPIO pins, but Wi-Fi connection is not there. There are some Arduino boards which are costly as well. Instead of that, people use Node MCU for controlling things via Wi-Fi. Here we can do via Proteus also. The same thing. First, you have to download the Blink app from the Play Store, create an account, create a new project. If you want to control a single LED, you need to add a single button widget, and then paste the Arduino code. How this Arduino code will be obtained is, I will tell you one thing. Here, as I mentioned, here we cannot control Arduino via Wi-Fi. So we are going to use Arduino via USB port. How we are going to do is this thing. This code is not written by me. It is already available. You will get it by going to Sketch. 1 second. Examples will be there.
Files, I guess.
Examples. Inside examples, you need to go where it is. Blink will be there. Yes, here Blink will be there. Inside the Blink, you need to go to board's USB serial, and you will get this Arduino serial USB code. Both are same codes. Nothing difference is there. You don't need to do anything. Just simply replace the authentication token, which you will get in the email from the Blink app. That's all. You don't need to connect any. Like if you want to connect any LED to the Arduino, then you need to mention those pins. I forgot to say. Just a minute. I will show you. Yeah, I will stop this thing. Here you can see this pin was this button was connected to D0 pin. Is it visible? You can change these pin numbers as well. No need to write if the button value is high, then turn on the digital pin of D0 to high. It will directly connect this Blink. Blink will do that thing. You don't need to do. Just simply if you are connecting D0 pin with LED, then you need to select D0 here. And that's all. The button is connected to D0 pin. This will do the whole thing. You don't need to mention D0 pin, digital write high, digital write low. You don't need to mention in this code. The Blink will do that for you. This is the thing. And that is Arduino code. Change the auth token also. And now come with the Proteus simulation, Proteus circuit. Open the Proteus. This should be the circuit actually.
Nitish, your mobile screen is visible till now.
Okay. Is it visible now?
Yeah.
Yeah. The first step we did was with the Blink app. We did the things, and now Arduino code was also done. And now coming to the Proteus circuit, you need to design a circuit like this. If you want to control things via Wi-Fi. This is similar thing what I did with Node MCU. Here I connected this LED with 11. Here we are connecting this with a USB port, not via Wi-Fi. So, you know, as I shown earlier, the code should be uploaded here. How it will be uploaded? By running this code. On compiling, we will learn this in the earlier workshop. On compiling, you will get a .x file, and you need to copy that file. I think somewhere it is. Oh, sorry, this was Blink. Yeah, you will find that at the bottom, and you need to paste that URL here. That sorry, path, and then OK. And then this is the compim you will get from the pick. You have to pick that from the libraries. On clicking here, you need to arrange this compim port number as well. Here, actually it was NodeMCU running. Usually whatever the pin you show here, COM4 is there. You need to show COM4 here. You understood? Physical port, something like that. And that is the compim thing. Proteus was also done. Coming to this Proteus. And next step is, this is the major step, these last two steps. VSP installation. VSP is like a virtual serial port simulator. You need to install the virtual serial ports, which is here. I will send all those installation links, all those installation links in the Teams after this workshop. After installing VSP, you will get this something like this here. You should click on no because it is unlicensed version, crack version. And then you need to create a new device, and then device type should be pair, and then next. Here you need to select COM3, sorry, COM4 it was, whatever it might be. If your USB port is sorry, if the physical port is COM4, you need to select COM4. If it is COM3, then COM3. Then you can select anyone. I select COM1. Now finish. Select this one and play. Yes. Actually, this is going. What is it is doing is, it is simulating this connection. Understood? COM3 and COM1. This is the connection it is emulating there using VSPA. And next step is, this is the major key step where everything will get connected. Second, you need to open documents because all your Arduino documents will be there. Go to Arduino, go to libraries, and then Blink. Here scripts will be there. Yeah. Here you have to change this blink.sar file and blink.sh file. How we are going to change? 1 second. You need to right click on it and edit. If the physical port is COM3, then you need to change it into COM3. You can see here, and also at the bottom. This is the thing. And with blinker.sh also. Here also you need to change COM here. Whatever the physical port that is should be used. And that these are the changes to be done. I know this is a big process, but if you would like to use the Proteus for this connecting via internet, then this is the procedure, and I will share this document. This is the YouTube link for the whole procedure. You can go through it. Also, the second method is
even this video will be available to them if they want to see it again, on YouTube later.
Yeah. And the second way is somehow very easy than first one. The second one is Tinkercad. Here we are not using Proteus, we are going to use Tinkercad. Tinkercad similar to Proteus only, but you can see this is ESP8266 and this is Arduino. This whole thing will work as a Node MCU. Same thing, and in Tinkercad you will get the code. You can write the code here, and there is a serial monitor. It is very user friendly when compared to Proteus. Right? You can write the direct code here, and you can use this Node MCU. Whole thing is the Node MCU. You can use that and start emulation. This stuff. You will get the output in the serial monitor, and these are the stuff about Tinkercad. I will also share this reference link as well. Actually, this reference link is how to integrate Node MCU with LEDs. This. That's all. I know it was very hectic and theoretical, but the topic is very big. You can refer this video, this Microsoft Teams video. After this session, you will get the recorded and published in the YouTube as well. You can approach from there. Now, Ishita will explain how to use ThinkSpeak with Node MCU.
Yeah, before moving to ThinkSpeak, we have one announcement, an important announcement to make. It's about the round 2 of Udyam. So, just a minute. Yeah. Is my screen visible?
Yeah, Ishita.
Yeah. So here we have done with Brain. The official PS of the round 2 will of course be released later, but it is to be an open PS like last year. हमेशा ही ऐसा होता है like एक्सायोटा का जो सेकेंड राउंड होता है वो ओपन PS की तरह होता है कि आप अपना सॉल्यूशन आप अपना प्रॉब्लम खुद डिजाइन करते हैं. So this time also you'll be thinking of a problem on your own, propose the solution, of course, because many of you won't be having any sensors or boards at your home, and then you will be submitting the proposal. So important points are that this time the results will be based on compilation of result of both the rounds. मतलब तुम सिर्फ राउंड 1 दोगे तो काम नहीं चलेगा, सिर्फ राउंड 2 दोगे तो काम नहीं चलेगा, और राउंड 1 देने के बाद ही राउंड 2 में पहुंच पाओगे, ये भी ऐसा नहीं है. मतलब कोई क्वालिफिकेशन नहीं है कि राउंड 1 में तुम्हें एक सर्टेन क्राइटेरिया क्वालिफाई करना है. ऑफ कोर्स तुम्हें जो टास्क दिया जाएगा वो कंप्लीट करना होगा, बट इट इज नॉट लाइक तुम्हारा इतना मतलब स्कोर होना चाहिए राउंड 1 अभी राउंड 2 होगा. तो अभी तुम्हारे पास टाइम है, मार्च भर है, मार्च स्टार्ट हुआ है जस्ट, अप्रैल स्टार्टिंग में तुम्हारा टेक्निक्स आ जाएगा और उद्यम के बाकी इवेंट्स होंगे. तो अभी से तुम्हारे पास जितना टाइम है उसको लेते हुए राउंड 2, क्योंकि एक्सायोटा का मतलब थोड़ा ओपन एंडेड रहेगा, ओपन तुमको एकदम सॉल्यूशन और प्रॉब्लम खुद ही डिजाइन करनी है तो टाइम टेकिंग होता है. तो you are advised to start working on it right now. Think of something, think of a problem around you, discuss the problem with us, propose your solution, ensure it is valid or not, and feel free to discuss your doubts with us and start working. ठीक है. Try to finish maximum of your work in March itself, क्योंकि आगे काफी ज्यादा हेक्टिक होने वाला है और कई सारे इवेंट्स में तुम पार्ट लेने के चक्कर में कुछ नहीं कर पाओगे एंड में, बहुत हेक्टिक हो जाता है, हमारा एक्सपीरियंस रहा है लास्ट ईयर से, ठीक है। तो दैट वाज द अनाउंसमेंट। नाउ लेट अस मूव ऑन टू थिंकस्पीक। थिंकस्पीक इज फॉर डेटा एनालिसिस, द डेटा वी ऑब्टेन फ्रॉम सेंसर। So what is ThinkSpeak? It is basically a site that allows the user to read and write data from the database of the site. एक API की अवेलेबल होती है डेटाबेस में जो यूजर को एक्सेस देती है इनपुट और आउटपुट लेने के लिए डेटा का, और उसके डेटा को यूज करके हम ग्राफ भी प्लॉट करते हैं। तो उससे एनालाइज करने में बहुत आसानी होती है डेटा, और अकॉर्डिंगली हम अपने सिस्टम को मॉडिफाई कर सकते हैं। मतलब ऐसा तो होता नहीं है ना कि तुम कोई सिस्टम डिजाइन कर दो और फिर उसको छोड़ दो एकदम से वो अपने आप ही रन कर रहा है, हमेशा उसको मॉनिटरिंग और उसको अपडेटिंग की जरूरत पड़ती है। तो फॉर दैट पर्पस, टू एनालाइज द सिस्टम, टू मॉनिटर द सिस्टम एंड अपडेट द सिस्टम एज एंड व्हेन रिक्वायर्ड, द प्लेटफॉर्म्स लाइक थिंकस्पीक आर नेसेसरी। ओके, so how do we do it? The sensors data is taken, of course, I'll show you all this in a while. Okay, and the alternate option, as also told earlier, is tinkercad.com. वो भी अभी दिखाएंगे, उसमें भी ग्राफ प्लॉट होता है। ओके, सो अभी थिंकस्पीक पे चलते हैं। पहले तो सबसे क्या करना होगा, तुमको लॉगिन करना होगा, अपना अकाउंट बनाना होगा थिंकस्पीक की ऑफिशियल साइट पे। यहाँ पे देखो अपना अकाउंट रहेगा तुम्हारे पास। इसमें जो फ्री ऑप्शंस हैं वो अवेलेबल तुम्हारे पास मैसेजेस हैं 300,000। तो बेसिकली इसमें क्या है कि मैसेजेस मतलब तुम अपने सेंसर से, बोर्ड से जो भी कम्युनिकेशन करोगे इनके डेटाबेस में, वो एक मैसेज पर अकाउंट पे जाएगा। अभी तक मेरा इतना लॉस हो चुका है, ठीक है, रिमेनिंग टोटल इतने बचे हैं मेरे पास। अगर मैंने इसको एग्जॉस्ट कर दिया तो मेरे को दूसरी आईडी बनानी पड़ेगी। एक लिमिटेड है ऑफ कोर्स, और बाइंग का लाइसेंस यहाँ पे इधर रहेगा। चैनल्स क्या होते हैं अभी दिखाते हैं। टोटल 4 चैनल्स होते हैं फ्रीली अवेलेबल एक आईडी पे, और रिमेनिंग अभी मेरे पास एक बचा है आफ्टर सो मच ऑफ एक्सपेरिमेंटेशन। तो चैनल्स पे जाएंगे लॉगिन करने के बाद। You can create a new channel, or I'll show you here the existing ones, the random values between 0 to 1000. ये चैनल एक्चुअली हमने प्रैक्टिकल इम्प्लीमेंटेशन से बनाया है। ये जो डेटा है हमारा रैंडमली एक्चुअल हमारे बोर्ड से ऑब्टेन डेटा है, ठीक है। तो इसमें देखो क्रिएटेड 3 आवर्स अगो, लास्ट एंट्री 2 आवर्स अगो। ये थिंकस्पीक का क्या होता है, यहाँ चैनल सेटिंग सिखाते हैं। चैनल सेटिंग्स में हमारे पास एक तो नाम हो गया, ठीक है, हर चैनल की एक यूनिक आईडी। इज इट ऑल विजिबल?
यस दीप।
ओके कूल। सो अभी हमारा एक्सेस इसका प्राइवेट है, पब्लिक किया जा सकता है जब चाहो। फील्ड्स क्या होते हैं, जैसे डेटाबेस में पता होगा कि कोई भी वैल्यू होती है तुम्हारे एक फील्ड को बिलोंग करती है, और मतलब टाइप डिसाइड होता है ना एक फील्ड में, मतलब तुम्हारा जो भी डेटा रहेगा एक पर्टिकुलर कॉलम को बिलोंग करेगा। डेटा में मान लो तुम्हारा अटेंडेंस लिस्ट है, तो अटेंडेंस में तुम्हारा रोल नंबर रहेगा, नाम रहेगा, फिर डेट्स रहेंगी पर्टिकुलर डे की, प्रेजेंट हो कि नहीं। तो तुम्हारे सारे कॉलम्स जो हैं वो फील्ड्स हो गए। तो यहाँ पे रैंडम वैल्यूज ले रहे हैं तो वैल्यू हमारा एक फील्ड हो गया। तुम मल्टीपल वैल्यूज इनपुट ले सकते हो, तो कई सारे फील्ड्स ऐड कर सकते हो ऐसे टिक करके, ठीक। उसके बाद हमें सेव कर लेना है चैनल को। बीच में एक्स्ट्रा डिटेल्स होते हैं, अभी हम मतलब स्टार्टिंग में सीख रहे हैं, उसकी जरूरत नहीं है। सेटिंग हो जाएगी, उसके बाद तुम एपीआई की पे आओगे। एपीआई की तुम्हारा ऑथेंटिकेशन पर्पस के लिए होता है। जैसे ब्लिंक में तुम्हारा ऑथेंटिकेशन टोकन था ऐप के अंदर, इसमें तुम्हारा पर चैनल एक रीडिंग एपीआई की, एक राइटिंग एपीआई की। तुम डेटाबेस से रीड कर रहे हो वैल्यू तो रीडिंग एपीआई की रहेगा, उसमें इनपुट कर रहे हो वैल्यू तो राइटिंग एपीआई रहेगा। इसको तुम्हें कॉपी करके अपने कोड में एंटर करना रहेगा। अभी एक्चुअल कोड भी दिखाएंगे। तो जो भी कोड का इंटीग्रेशन रहेगा वो यहाँ पे तुम्हारा रैंडम जनरेशन के बाद, रैंडम नंबर जनरेशन के बाद यहाँ ग्राफ अपने आप प्लॉट होता जाएगा। ओके, ये मतलब कुछ सेकंड के डिले पे इनपुट लेता है और वैल्यूज लोड होने में टाइम लगता है। ऑफ कोर्स ये इंटरनेट पे है तो थोड़ा टाइम लेता है। तो नीतीश, वुड यू लाइक टू शो द एक्चुअल इम्प्लीमेंटेशन ऑफ इट जो हमने अभी किया था?
Yeah, okay, Ishita. Is it visible?
Yeah.
Yeah. The same thing here also. Here no need to connect this ThingSpeak and Node MCU on the same Wi-Fi. Just we need to connect Node MCU to the internet. That is sufficient. Here I connected it to the internet, and here you need to add the channel number. As Ishita said, for every channel there will be a channel number you need to add, and the API key will be here. You have
This
to
is the
enter the API key.
Yeah, this is the write API key. You cannot write in a particular database or channel using a read API key. You have to be very careful about that. Then इसमें मतलब कोड तुम्हें ऐसे अवेलेबल है, एग्जांपल्स में अवेलेबल है थिंगस्पीक के साइट पे भी, ठीक है? तो वो यूज करके तुम ले सकते हो। इसमें हमने रैंडम वैल्यूज जनरेट की हुई है 1000 तक की। वैल्यू इज इक्वल टू रैंडम 1000। तो उसमें सिंपली कोई भी रैंडम वैल्यूज हम एक पर्टिकुलर डिले के बाद प्रिंट करा रहे हैं और उसको ग्राफ पे प्लॉट करा रहे हैं एज एन एग्जांपल। Nitish, can we run it right now? Is the setup available?
Yeah, it's running. You can 1 minute. I will open the ThingSpeak website as well. You can see the graph is changing every 1 second, 5 seconds it will change.
Another channel is available, Nitish. The other channel is also available. In that, it's visible more clearly. It has some. Okay, it's
What
the
is the
same
name?
channel. Oh no, it's the same channel. It's actually ना इसमें देखो इतना ज़्यादा gap है between two measurements कि इसमें ग्राफ तुम्हारा बहुत एब्रप्ट दिख रहा है, ठीक है? फॉर अ पर्टिकुलर टाइम ड्यूरेशन तुम इसमें मतलब पुराना डेटा जो हमारा है वो कुछ घंटे पहले का था। अभी इतने गैप के बाद वो सारा कंजेशन हो जा रहा है इसमें ग्राफ का, उसके वजह से
This
तुम्हें
is
क्लियरली दिख नहीं रहा। हाँ, तो ऐसे कंजेस्टेड लग
such.
रहा है। इससे पहले ग्राफ जो देखा था वो मतलब स्प्रेड आउट था, वो क्लियर था। इसमें वैल्यूज तुम्हें क्लियरली पता चल जाएंगी जहां भी पॉइंट करोगे अकॉर्डिंग टू द टाइम, ठीक है? All this has been done using actual Node MCU board, okay? After connecting it to the Wi-Fi.
Yeah, actually the Node MCU was connected to laptop now, and the data that you are seeing is here, that is random data, because we designed a random variable. We are allotting random data from 0 to 1000. You can, in this place you have to add some sensor data. If you are going to use a temperature sensor or a humidity sensor, you will read that there will be some functions for that. For each sensor you need to read that sensor value and you need to store that value in there. Just you need to change this line. As of now we are not having any sensors, so just simply use the random. That's all.
Yeah. Yeah, okay. Let me continue.
Yeah,
Yeah.
guys.
So another channel I'll show you. Another thing what you can do in ThingSpeak. अगर तुम करेंटली डेटा रीड नहीं कर पा रहे हो और तुम्हारे पास मतलब पुराना डेटा है जिसको तुम्हें एनालाइज करना है, सिर्फ अपनी रिपोर्ट बनानी है किसी चीज की या कहीं पे मतलब अपना प्रोजेक्ट सुधारना है जो भी, तो उसमें तुम्हारे पास डेटा इंपोर्ट और एक्सपोर्ट का ऑप्शन है, ठीक है। तो तुमको फाइल चूज करनी रहेगी, ठीक। CSV फाइल पता होगा लोगों को, नहीं पता है तो डेटाबेस का फॉर्मेट है, इसका प्रॉपर फॉर्मेट दिया है, इसको ओपन करोगे, ठीक है, अपलोड होगा प्रॉपर। ये तुम्हारा यहाँ पे फॉर्मेट दिया हुआ है, इसको बहुत ध्यान रखना है वरना फाइल अपलोड नहीं होगी किसी भी एरर के वजह से, ठीक है। डेट टाइम, फील्ड 1, फील्ड 2, फील्ड 3 जैसा भी है तुम्हारा डेटा उसके अकॉर्डिंग तुम्हें मेंशन करना है, और ये डेट टाइम का फॉर्मेट प्रॉपरली मेंशन होना चाहिए तब अपलोड होगा। और मैंने जो CSV फाइल यूज की थी उससे ये प्लॉट हुआ, ठीक है। तो अकॉर्डिंग टू योर डेटा एवरीथिंग will be plot on the graph as and when required, ठीक ना, हो गया। और नेक्स्ट हम इसका जो ऑल्टरनेटिव है टिंकरकैड उस पे देखते हैं। इसमें मैंने प्लॉट किया था, इसमें भी रैंडम वैल्यूज नहीं थी, इसमें 3 का कर रहे थे, 3 डेटा प्लॉट कर रहे थे, सिंगल भी करके देख लेते हैं, कोई दिक्कत नहीं है। Let's start the simulation. Okay, there is an error. Oh, I forgot to remove it. Okay. Should work. Yeah. So let me clear it. ये डेटा तुम्हारा आ रहा है रैंडमली जनरेट करके और ये ग्राफ प्लॉट हो रहा है, ठीक है। बट अगेन इसमें टिंकरकैड में यहाँ पे क्लियर नहीं है, तुम्हें वैल्यूज नहीं मिलेंगी ग्राफ पे। अभी ऐसे कुछ इंस्पेक्ट करोगे, चाहोगे उसको एक्सप्लोर करें कहाँ पे क्या वैल्यू है, तो उसमें प्रॉब्लम हो रही है, ठीक है। बाकी एक यहाँ पे तुम ऐसे टेम्परेरी यूज के लिए कर सकते हो, बट ग्राफ प्लॉट करने के लिए थिंगस्पीक इज बेटर देन टिंकरकैड फॉर नाउ। ओके, let me stop the simulation now. One thing you should note कि CSV फाइल को तुम्हें जनरेट करना पड़ेगा अगर डेटा इंपोर्ट करना है, क्योंकि इंटीग्रेशन में प्रॉब्लम हो सकती है। और हम लोग अभी प्रैक्टिकली इम्प्लीमेंट किए हैं NodeMCU वाला। तुम लोग जैसे प्रोटियस में उसने एक्सप्लेन किया था अभी, NodeMCU को कॉम्पेन से कनेक्ट करके, अभी आर्डिनो से कॉम्पेन से NodeMCU कनेक्ट करके तुमको एग्जांपल दिखाया था ब्लिंक वाला। उसी तरह से हम थिंगस्पीक का भी इम्प्लीमेंट कर सकते हैं। जो आर्डिनो कोड अभी नीतीश ने दिखाया था उसको हम प्रोटियस वाले में अपलोड करेंगे, NodeMCU से वाईफाई कनेक्ट करेंगे और उसको इम्प्लीमेंट करके रन करने पे तुम्हें ऐसा ये जो प्रैक्टिकल इम्प्लीमेंटेड डेटा था वैसा इसमें मिल जाएगा। ओके। और एक चीज तुम कर सकते हो, अगर ये सब नहीं हो रहा है तो अलग से तुम CSV फाइल बनाओ अपने डेटा की, जो भी सीरियल तुम्हारा यहाँ पे, जैसे इसमें ये तुम्हारे डेटा मिल रहा है सीरियल मॉनिटर पे, उसको लो CSV फाइल बनाओ और उसके बाद फिर इस पे अपलोड करके डेटा इंपोर्ट करके ग्राफ प्लॉट कर लो। तो these are the different methods you will be able to use for implementation of ThinkSpeak graph और data analysis। और कोई कंफ्यूजन हो तो पूछ लो। That's all from now from our side. Nitish, anything?
Yeah, guys, like I know it's very somehow difficult to manage all these things in the simulation. It's better if you are very interested, then it's better to purchase the NodeMCU, which costs around 360 rupees or something like that in the Amazon. You will be having teammates, na? So you can share with the, if 2 teammates are there, it will be around 180, something like that. 180 means it's affordable. So I request like to have a NodeMCU, because NodeMCU is the perfect thing for connecting this internet of things via internet. You can use this NodeMCU not only for this XIOT event itself. You have a lot of time. इस सेम में कॉलेज भी नहीं खुलेगा max. समर पे फ्री होगा तुम लोग, तो उस समय you can try DIY projects. Like you can design some RC car. You can control via mobile phone. You can control the RC car via mobile phone. Yeah, something. You can design a smart irrigation system. You can design a smart water plant system, which you can use in your home. You can design home automation things. Something like using fingerprint sensor to unlock the door. Many stuff is there. You can watch and get inspiration from the YouTube. Make sure that you start thinking about these ideas. The PS2 is open round, so start thinking the idea. Like around March 10th, you should be ready with your PS2. Like what are the ideas you are having? You can share with us. We will give feedback. If it is wrong, like if there should be some changes, then you need to change that. So the deadline will be around March 10th. Please make sure that before March 10th, come up with an idea. Just it will take some half an hour or 1 hour research in the internet. That's all. I'm not asking about the complete detailed structure. Just the idea that I mentioned earlier, like controlling RC car with your Blink app, something like that. Just come up with this idea before the March 10th.
Even
That will
if
be
you
helpful.
cannot propose the solution, ना you just propose the problem to us. You discuss with us कि ये problem लग रही है. Even in your surroundings at home, you feel something is missing, something should be automated or something should be analyzed. Just propose the problem. We'll brainstorm together. Even together, we don't mind. We are free to suggestions. We are free to discussion.
Yeah, exactly. Also, you guys can message in the WhatsApp groups also. Not only direct messages, you can keep in touch with the group also. Extra group is there. You can also message there. Whatever the ideas you are getting,
Yeah.
if any of you are getting a nice idea, like if you found some good reference in the YouTube about an idea, then you can share that to others. It's not like if we share the idea, then others will copy. It's like a collaborative thing which encourages others also, and you will also get more ideas from others, and you will improvise your idea as well. You should all work as a team, even though you are going to be forming different teams. That's all.
Okay, so
Any other doubts, guys?
I'm stopping.
Yeah, Shita, you can stop this recording.